going on, everybody? It's your boy once again, Honcho J23, and you are now tuned in to the latest, hottest, most episodic show on social media platforms. That is Independent Scene, the podcast. I want to take this opportunity right now to thank you guys for joining me for my first special edition podcast with the one and only Crown Chaz. Once again, shouts out to him and Trizzy Snap. You know what I'm saying? Two dope artists out here in the Carolinas doing their thing. But my next guest is also a dope artist, you know what I'm saying, out here putting on for the culture, putting on for the world. I definitely have enjoyed listening to him and and having him on this platform, listening to his music. He definitely is out here, you know what I'm saying, letting y'all know what needs to be said, you know what I'm saying, in his lyrics, in his music. So I definitely can't wait to chop it up with him and, you know, to see what's been going on with him. Hopefully we get some new exclusive, hopefully we get some exclusive stuff, we get some new stuff going on. And with that being said, he's already in the building. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest, you know what I'm saying, right here in the hot seat for Independent Scene, the podcast, with yours truly, Honcho J23, my dog, Official King M. Let's get it. Yo.
What it do? What it do?
What's good, my guy?
Make sure everything's straight in here. Let me send this shit to my peoples. Let them get in here. Wow. What's up, bro?
What's good? What's going on, man? Long time no see, man. How you been?
Been straight. A little ups and downs, but you know how it is, man. Life.
I feel that. Well, first of all, man, let me just, of course, before anything, man, welcome you back to the platform, man. Once again, man, you was definitely one of the first few that tapped in the very beginning, man. So to have
you've been doing this shit for a while too, so.
Yeah, man. So to have you back, man, definitely means a lot, man. So real quick, introduce yourself to the people, for all the people that don't know you, and then we're gonna jump right into it.
All right. For those who don't know, I go by the name Matrix. That's Matrixx. That is my official name. That's my government without the other X as well. I'm from Downsonville, Louisiana, and I make sort of like New York inspired hip hop, but Southern style, like production and everything.
Okay. Well, we definitely appreciate you for letting us know a little bit about that. So first things first, man. I gotta ask the question. You know, you came up with how did you come up with the name Official King M / Matrix? Like, how did all of that come about? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay, so like I said, Matrix is just my real name, so I let that be my artist name. I just added another X because I didn't want to get into it with writers, but I don't think they could really do me nothing because it's government name, of course, on the birth certificate.
Right.
Official King M was just I wanted to do something to like make people know that I was the real me, but I didn't want to do real Matrix because there's nothing like that. So honestly, if I remember straight, I got that name from looking at Drake's Instagram name. Since I figured it wasn't just Drake, it wasn't just basic, it was Champagne Poppy. So I'm like, okay, I want to kind of think of something that solidifies me, and I wanted to be a little different and not just basic. So I thought of official. And I thought the 0 would just make everything a lot more different, a lot more special for me.
Okay.
And I was just, King has always been my thing growing up, and I just put M for it.
Okay. So let me ask you this, man. You know, in your history, in your career, man, what's been the most rewarding thing that you've learned about this industry and learned about your career and you as an artist?
Most rewarding thing I've learned. Honestly, it's probably just the experience I got from making a lot of songs and stuff, the artistic experience to where I can actually create something that hasn't been heard before, to where I have that ability and not just everything sounded generic or whatever. And if I had to say rewarding, probably getting verified on here, bro. That's all I can really say. I really don't have to solidify myself anymore.
Okay. Now, speaking on that, talk to us a little bit about that. How did that come about?
Bro, so many people ask me questions like how I got verified and shit, and I tell them it's literally the same thing I always tell them. It was, so you do know you can request verification on Instagram. So.
Right.
So I saw that one time a while ago, and I was just like, I just want to try it. And I did it that first time, and it didn't work. You know, I got rejected and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Another time it was just like I wanted to try it again just for the fuck of it because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get verified, but I like to just try it again anyway. So I did it one night and I went to sleep and I woke up and I got accepted from it, well, for it, and it's really just that. But if I had to think like why I got accepted, it's probably because like blogs and stuff have been writing about me, articles and everything. I've just been trying to market myself more, and I guess it just got word out, word around, and they got to it on there. Not really
Okay.
Twitter to give me verification. I mean, I don't really care for it. Really, the only thing I'm grateful for with this verification is just like the swipe up feature on the story, because now I don't have to keep telling people link in my bio. It's like just
Right.
bro, just looks more professional.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this, man. Because now the world is kind of opening back up, man, and kind of, people are now being allowed to kind of, stay out a little bit longer, do things a little bit, a little bit longer. How do you feel? How do you yourself as an artist feel about the world opening back up and kind of trying to get back to the basics of, how it was before all this happened?
Um, Honestly, I think like I don't think it's gonna really open up too much anytime soon because like if they open it up and people start immediately going out and doing stuff, it'll just be the same thing again.
Right.
But honestly, I'm kind of excited about it all because I know a lot of other artists, my friends included, a lot of other artists have been working hard like during the pandemic and everything. It's like just I want to see what, because this really shows how artistic people are, how creative people are. Because if you can't go out, you can't really get inspiration from all these other places. So I want to know how, like, what kind of music they make from just being inside a lot. And I think that separates really the artists from the people who just like clowning with this and trying to do it for fun and everything.
Okay, okay. Now, talk to us a little bit about your music. Like, what is it about your music that makes you so different? That makes you stand out? That makes you unique? All these different things. Like, what is it about your music specifically that when you go in and you create it and you put it out, like, what is your motivation and your message behind it all?
My entire message behind, like, the general message of my music is literally just like taking the dark aspects of everything. So it's like if you hear my music, a lot of my melodies are darker melodies. I produce, it's a lot. Everything is minor. I don't do major, but if I do it, it's like it's for some kind of positive stuff. But a lot of my music is like more darker tone, and the thing that makes me different, like I said earlier, I'm heavily New York inspired, though being from Louisiana. So Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, all of them. But at the same time, also Outkast, Pimp C, Texas, Bun B, Wayne, all these people from the South. So I tried to find a way to like mix those two aspects on top of the whole vibe just being a lot darker tone.
Okay, okay.
And,
All right, now let me ask you this: as it relates to social media, man, like how has it been for you being a part of social media and getting the love and the support and the recognition that you deserve, and having the people let you know like they how they really basically how they really feel.
it's been shit, honestly, it's been good to say I even got the love I got because I do understand that social media has algorithms and changes and everything. So it's really hard for creatives on Instagram specifically to even get their names and get their work out. So the fact that people are actually even watching me or checking my music out and everything just feels good because I know for a fact the way things work now is like nobody really checks anything out unless it's popularized.
Okay,
Or to
okay,
say people come to my page and check anything out is just a good feeling.
okay. Now, give me your thoughts and your feedback on today's music, meaning era wise. Like, do you feel like today's era of music is kind of like, do you feel like it's all repeated or a cycle, or do you feel like do you feel like there's a point where we can kind of get back to the realness of music?
In my honest opinion, I believe everything is the way. I don't think we're gonna ever go back to where we were with music wise. Everything's progressing further, and some new things are being created. A lot of things is becoming alternative hip hop or some shit like that. And I mean, I'm all about progressing and everything myself. So I'm all for it. All these other new rappers, I don't really bash new rappers unless I really don't see what's impressive about them. But there's a lot of people coming out. there's a lot of people underground. A lot of popular people is just like they're bringing something new with every year or every month. Even there's something new being brought from somebody, and I think that's a great thing. I don't think we have to go back to the old days, and I don't agree with the older cats trying to shit on these newer artists and everything, because it's like you can't really tell them, you can't really tell creatives what's right or wrong, is what I'm saying.
True.
And they're not wrong for making what they're creating. So
Okay. So let me ask you this. So give us some of your influences in this industry, man. Who has been some of your influences? You know, some people, some of the artists that you've looked up to and really kind of developed your own lane, your own flow, your own style.
So main influences in the current times is J. Cole, of course, Kendrick as well, Dave East, Joey Badass,
Okay.
Mick Jenkins, even some of the newer generation artists, Roddy Ricch, of course, Kenny Mason's coming out of Atlanta, JID, Earth Gang, anything really. Mainly, a lot of Atlanta artists are inspiring me lately. Like a lot of Atlanta artists. I
Okay.
really heavily love listening to Gunna. He inspires me too as well.
Okay. Okay. So speaking. So you have so many cities out here that's shutting it down. What city or what area do you feel like right now has been putting out the best form of music possible?
Gotta be Atlanta, man.
Okay.
It just
Okay.
they're running it right now. For now, I'll say that they're running it for now.
Okay. Okay. So has there been any artists out here locally or entertainment wise that you say to yourself that you would love to work with, that you would love to do a collaboration with?
There's a couple of them, really. A lot of them. As of right now, I'll go. Of course, like I said, my inspiration, my main influences. I really want to collaborate with Roddy Ricch. He has probably be my biggest that I want to right now because Roddy just he defines an artist to me.
Mm-hmm.
He puts so much into his music. He plays his pianos and everything. He does his melodies, and it's just I'm curious as to how he is in the studio. So I would love to just work with him, really, just to see how his process is, and I feel
Okay.
like I could learn a lot from Roddy.
Okay. All right. So now we'll kind of piggybacking for a second. When it comes to your career, your goals, your aspirations, like what are those goals, aspirations that you have set for yourself for 2021?
I want to get out a lot more content as far as music wise, videos wise in general. That's my smaller goals right now. I want to get a lot more videos out. I want to perform a little more just to get some more of that experience and everything.
Okay.
On more bigger goals, I would like to get on some of the major blogs like Pigeons and Planes, Complex, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Biggest goal as of 2021 is to probably get featured on a major playlist like Rap Caviar or something.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
I like I said, I was on last time you had me on your show. I think was around the time I was on Gary V's playlist.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
a pretty big feat for me, and I just want to kind of come off of that into some more shit. So Rap Caviar is probably my next goal.
Okay. Okay. So now my next question is, what can we be expecting from you in 2021 musically?
Musically. Well, I haven't announced it yet, but I do have a project I'm coming out with that I will be, might be soon, really, because I've been working on it for a while. I've been working on it since maybe November
Okay.
2020. I've been working on this project. It's called Anti-Hero, and it's mainly just describing who I am as an artist. It's like everything's just a lot darker. It's like I'm not playing by the rules of anything like that. I'm doing things my way, but at the same time, I'm kind of like standing up for the people that can't really help themselves and everything. So that's why I've been out like doing features with a lot of smaller artists, local artists, and everything, just so I can use my platform to help them out. And I think with this project, it's going to be this project is going to just be with the foundation of me helping out these like people who are probably just starting or something like that, and to let them know that you don't have to do things a certain way. Like social media, don't let social media fool you into thinking you have to do things certain ways in order to get any kind of buzz or anything.
Right. And I feel that. So that takes me to my next question. So what advice do you have, for these younger up and coming artists of today, like the ones that's coming up in the game right now? What advice do you have for them?
Always follow your first mind. Really, would be my thing. Like you, whenever you make your music, and I've learned this myself. Really, is just whenever I would start off, I would take too much time trying to write or plan out what I want my songs to be, and it's really just whatever the vibe is, whatever the inspiration is, and everything. That's your first thought. Your heart is always right. Whatever you feel whenever you're in the studio, go with that. The worst that can happen is just you're not satisfied with it, but you can always fix it up to the point you are satisfied. So it's
Okay.
never my advice would be like never down yourself just because something isn't perfect.
Right. Right.
Just go on with it until it's right enough to where you smile at your work and everything will be perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay. So now I want to kind of switch gears because I kind of want to now get into. I kind of now want to get into another topic that's aside from music, speaking on mental health and things of that nature, man. Like what I want to know from you, man, is how do you feel about the mental health aspect of things that people dealing with anxiety and depression and things like that? How do what can you say to the people out there that are listening, that are watching, that needs help in those areas?
If they're not first, they're not alone. I still deal with anxiety. I've dealt with depression. I've used my platform, used my music to express all of that I felt. I had one of my first EPs, Thoughts, was just a whole collection of how I felt and how I was going through depressive times and stuff. I actually just got out of a little depressing time recently, with some personal thing that happened, and there's nothing wrong with being depressed or having anxiety or anything like that. Having those mental issues is perfectly fine. We're all human at the end of the day. And everything's just, I would say, use something to express that and release all the energy. Never bottle it in, never think on it too much, and also never put it off to the side. Like, really, if you have any type of mental issues like that or anything, find something in any way you enjoy to just release them toxins, release that energy. And for the artists who make music and everything, a lot of the artists who make depressing music, really, a lot of people relate to those things more, like Juice WRLD. A lot of people related to Juice, Kid Leroy, Boogie, Rod Wave. A lot of people relate to this depressive and anxiety thing. So making music out of that isn't always a bad thing. Feeling those things isn't always bad. And having mental issues really can give you the boost that you need sometimes.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this. So out of your entire career, do you feel like this was something that was predestined for you, or do you feel like this was something that you kind of was just already born into?
That's a good question. I can't even really say it's predestined. I was born into it. I didn't think I was going to get into music at all whenever I was going through my life when I was younger and everything.
Okay.
I'm the only one in my main family who's doing really anything with music wise. So I feel like I kind of embedded everything into my head to the point where it's like, okay, this is for me. This is what I'm doing. Because I never enjoyed anything as much as I enjoy making music or even struggling to make music. I even feel at peace or I feel content with struggling and being frustrated that I can't get things finished. But as long as it's dealing with music, it's like, okay, this is fun. It helps me express things. I've tried a lot of other things as well, but I don't get the same feeling as when I'm making music.
Okay. Okay. Now, have you had people whom have heard your music that have come to you and have been able to recite your lyrics back to you or sing your songs? Like, how does that make you feel as an artist to hear that and to know that people really genuinely, you know, they support you and they fuck with you on that kind of level.
I really didn't know how to feel. Like it's happened to me before. Somebody came up to me and told me that I was inspirational to them, and I was just like, I didn't even understand how to feel at that moment. That was the first time I ever got that. Hearing people recite my songs, other than my friends and everything, it's just been a great feeling. And it's something I want more of, but it's not going to be something that's like I'm not going to let it get to my head or anything. But I am grateful for all those people who even press play on my songs, who even read about why I make my songs or anything like that.
Okay, okay. Now let me ask you this. So when it comes to venues and and dope areas that you performed in, has there been that one venue that you said, this is truly, it's a dope vibe, a dope scene, so where I can just really come and just be me.
Yes, I did a show down here in Orlando where I'm at currently at the Sound Bar, and it was an artist showcase. There were a ton of other artists, and it was just an all around great vibe for me to be in. I felt happy being in that area. And when I got on stage, when it was my turn to perform, everybody, all those eyes and everybody paying attention to me and everything. I had anxiety at first, but it's just like whenever I got everything started, whenever I first heard my first song come on and perform and everything, it was just, this is exactly what I wanted. Even if it's just 20 people there or something, doesn't matter. This is what I'm here for, and this is what I enjoy doing. So whenever I was up there on stage, I was like, that was, nothing else mattered to me. I was at the happiest point of my life right there. And I think
Okay.
it's going to be every time I get on the stage and perform.
Okay. So with that being said, so is there any songs that you created that you feel like has truly been something that you really put your stamp on?
Yeah. Every song that well, the one I have out right now, Black Garden, I feel like that is probably the prime example of what you're asking right now because that was 100% me. I wrote everything, I produced the song, everything, I produced the beat. And that every time I do a song where it's 100% me, I feel like it's my favorite and I do my best at them. Because when I let people hear it, they can't really, they don't tell that it's somebody else
Mm-hmm.
pitched in with it. It's just like, this is why I wanted to make music because I wanted people to hear my story,
Mm-hmm.
which ties into sometimes why I don't do I don't have people featured on my songs a lot because I'm trying to tell my story and I don't need anybody else to tell my story. So no disrespect to artists, but it's just when I make songs like this, I want people to get the message behind who I am, what I represent, and exactly 100% of everything that's dealing with me and my story.
Okay, okay. So now so now my last two questions I have for you, man, is, when your career is done and you hang it all up, what other goals and hobbies do you have that, you're gonna keep yourself involved in to keep the people, in tune with what you got going on?
So I'm a creator. I think anything creative for me will be an answer for that. I'm also heavily into photography, graphic design, um, editing as well. I probably get into videography, well, cinematography. I also probably would like to be an actor at some point, or have like
Okay,
just be in my own reality TV show or something like that.
okay, I can see that. And what
Or
would what would that reality show be called if you had a name for it?
ah, that's a I'd have to think on that really.
Okay,
But for
okay,
me, it would just be like who I am, or it wouldn't even really be the show wouldn't even really be about me. It'll be about the people around me that influence me.
okay,
So it'll be
okay,
like how I made or how I came up and how everybody around me pitched into that and helped build me up and everything. Because I didn't, how I am now was not just me by myself. I had a lot of friends and everybody who helped me mature faster, grow, use my head more. And so I think
okay,
my show would just be showing how all of those people played a part.
okay. Now, my last and final question, man. What's been the best piece of advice that you've gotten in your life from anybody?
It had to be just to stop overthinking. I had Back then when I started rapping, or when I started taking it serious, I had a mentor by the name of D-Mart, and I lost him around the same time I met him. He helped me out a while and everything, and he just told me like to never overthink anything. Everything happens for a reason. Patience is a big part of everything. And it's like once he died, it was like I felt like I lost that big piece, and it's just I didn't know what to do. But I feel like him telling me that before him dying was just what I needed to keep everything going. And if I hadn't heard, if I didn't hear that, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now. And if I didn't take it into consideration.
Okay. All right. So my last, I know I said I had one other question, but I gotta ask this question because this is also going on. These versus battles that's been popping off, man. We've had so many iconic ones, man. But what I want to know from you is what's been your favorite, and who do you see next stepping into it?
My favorite versus battle. It'll probably have to be that Jeezy and Gucci one, really.
Okay. That's
probably my favorite. But upcoming ones, I'm ready for that Method Man and Redman one that's coming up.
Okay.
That's definitely one. Then they have the Earth, Wind, and Fire
versus the Osley Brothers.
Right. Yeah, I'm waiting on that one too. It's a lot that I'm waiting on. That's a lot that I would have loved to see.
Okay.
Like I would have loved to see Prince and Michael.
That would have been
perfect for me. Biggie and Pac, of course. I would love to see Cole and Kendrick do one. So I want to see somebody do one with Wayne, but I really don't know who to put up with Wayne though.
Right. Because Wayne is one of those artists, man, that it's like once he gets going, man, it's like he can't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think anybody could really match up with him in the verses.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, bro, I definitely want to say thank you, and I want to appreciate all the people that tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I definitely am glad that you're doing good. You're still continuing to be out there doing your thing, pushing for the culture. One last thing, what can we be on the lookout for as we close out? Let us know what we could be on the lookout for closing this thing on out.
Just more music, more videos, a lot of different music. A lot of the new things I have set on my computer, it's a lot of, like, special, more. I'm going more artistically with these vibes and everything because I'm growing as an artist a lot more. Of course, I'm still, in my opinion, a top tier, high skilled rapper and everything.
Okay.
And a lot more collaborations. I have a lot of features I've done with people that have yet to be released, but when they do come out, definitely be on the lookout for those. And whenever I had joined the live first, I heard that you thought you want to hear some exclusive or something like that. I mean, I could show you something.
Hey,
I don't mind doing that. I can show you something like that.
Yeah, because you got some people that they've been waiting for months, weeks, days at a time for an exclusive or something new to pop, something new to pop up.
I can definitely show you.
Listen, I definitely, like I said, again, want to thank everybody for, tapping in and commenting and liking and spreading love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every last one of y'all, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Definitely means a lot.
Definitely.
And let y'all know for all you people that's tuned in. If you want to get in on this podcast, you can. Feel free to DM me. Let me know what's good. We'll get it locked in. We'll get it set up. If you know somebody that's an artist or want to get in and, speak their truth, holla at your boy. Hunter J23 got you.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm going to show y'all this one. So this is a song I've been sitting on called Follow Up.
Okay.
This is more, like I said, New York based.
Yeah. How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit to follow up? I'm out here making these boss moves, can't let them all stay bottled up. Ain't no telling when I flatline, gotta get mine, full time's up. Haters watching from the backside with a blind eye, can't find us.
How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit to follow up? How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit to follow up?
Ain't no telling when I flatline, gotta get mine, full time's up. Haters watching from the backside with a blind eye, can't find us. When nigga ain't trying to be famous, I plan to stay regular, rocking the shows. Up on them stages, kicking that flow, making them jump like Anthony Davis, on 10 toes to the pavement. Can't be nothing like these other rappers, so please hold your comparisons. No apologies, I'm arrogant. Plus I'm focused on my settlement, making sure in 20 years my name remains relevant. Give a fuck about the present tense. I ain't living for the hype now. Y'all can have that shit, I'ma pipe down. Still working on my elevation till the day I'm shining like a bust down. How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit to follow up? I'm out here making these boss moves, can't let them all stay bottled up. Ain't no telling when I flatline, gotta get mine, full time's up. Haters watching from the backside with a blind eye, can't find us.
How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit to follow up? How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit to follow up?
Ain't no telling when I flatline, gotta get mine, full time's up. Haters watching from the backside with a blind eye, can't find us. Like I'm playing sports, can't be that nigga that begs for support. Learn to adapt when push from the shove, this shit gon' feel better straight out of the mud. The devils and demons that try to recruit me, I tell them they fucking me, write it in blood. Trust if I said it, then they gon' embed it. These niggas ain't ready, prepare for the flood. Money's a tool, but it's all for the love. Try to change that, then it's all for your head. Be the bigger person, I ain't for revenge, but I don't do forgiving. I said what I said. Niggas come through, trying to take energy. Got 16 shots in the all to the head. Might double up, my profit instead. Can't move off, niggas fuck what they say. Fuck what you saying. How you gonna talk about shit that you did if you ain't doing shit?
Yeah.
Okay,
One,
okay.
man.
I rocks with that. I rocks with that. Okay.
Definitely on some. That's more Harlem influence, since one of my producers is from up there in New York.
Okay.
So me and him have our own distinctive sound. I got another producer. Me and him have our own distinctive sound.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, you guys definitely make sure you be on the lookout for that. If it's not already out by now, make sure you guys go and cop that, stream it, run the numbers up, the whole 9 yards.
Sure.
But yeah, man, I definitely, like I said again, I want to thank you for, you know, your time and and your willingness to be a part of this once again, man. And definitely, it was always a pleasure catching up with you. You know what I'm saying, seeing what you got going on. Definitely keep applying pressure. You know what I'm saying, keep the pressure on thick. You know what I'm saying, you know, people are looking for it. And like I said, I definitely real quick let people know where they can follow you at, where they can tap in with you at.
Okay, on all social medias, I am Official King M. That's the number 0, FFICIALKINGM. On all streaming platforms, I am at Matrix, MATRIXX. And that's pretty much everywhere. Oh, my website is www.matrixmusic.com. Anything you want to know there, I have my own merch, Nocturnal Apparel. You can get this design. This is the full moon hoodie.
Okay.
I have the crescent moon hoodies, and I also have the lunar eclipse hoodies.
Okay, well, I definitely gonna be coming to you for some merch. So I'm gonna definitely be copping some, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So definitely, bro, take care of yourself. Stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely look forward to bringing you back again, man, more and more. You know what I'm saying? The door is always open for you, my guy.
For sure. Hopefully, I'm a lot farther than I am today. Pretty sure I will be. And I'll have a lot more new stuff to show you, too.
Most definitely. And I definitely can't wait to hear it and see it. So, bro, take care of yourself, and I will see you guys next time. This has been your boy, Hunter J23, with the one and only Official King M, right here on the Independent Scene, the podcast, special edition. We out.